He goes, play. And he hands me that guitar or whatever.
Nothing worse than being a musician and somebody say, you play right?
No. All due respect, he's your dad. Eddie Van Halen, hey, play the guitar. Let me see what you got. So I'm like, holy, what am I going to play him? And I'm not going to play Van Halen. Yeah. So I just like, I got nothing to lose. So I just started playing. And he goes, you can play. I think he thought I was just some alternative creep. You know what I mean? Yeah. So after he saw that I could play the guitar, the conversation went totally different after. And then we were talking about music and amps. And so he really opened up. And I think that's what led to him playing that song. But as it pertains to you, hearing you sing, it's like today listening, it was like, oh yeah, that's that connection. I remember that voice. And I think, you know, obviously there's a lot of focus on your guitar playing and your music, but I think what's really getting lost in is you're a very good lead singer.
That's very kind, man.
Did you, because you sound to me like somebody who, you know, not everybody can just be a good lead singer. Is that something you practice? It came naturally? I'm sort of curious.
I have no idea. I've always been able to sing, but when it came to Mammoth and its inception, I was not sure if I could do it. I wanted to.
Right.
But it took my producer, Elvis Basquet, to really push me. He's like, I can hear it. I know you can do it. Wow. You just need to figure it out. And
yeah.
That's why I think, you know, doing that first album took like 3 years of just kind of recording on and off to figure out who I was. And I eventually found it. But I think coming back to the second album after touring for a year is where I really found it, I think. You know, just kind of being on the road and doing it.
You're a very credible lead singer, you know what I mean? And as somebody who plays guitar and sings for a living, it's not something that just happens.
No, it's a lot of...
Yeah, it's a lot of
same time.
R&D is the old word, you know, research and development. Part of your narrative at this point in your life, and before I say this, because I think it's important, I think your future is so exciting because you're at the perfect age, maybe a little later than most people would have started.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little late almost.
I don't think so.
I wish I was 23 instead of 33 right now.
Sure. And I wish I was 23 too. But my point is, in the new world, you got to remember, the world I grew up in, 50 was like, you're done. Even they would ask the Stones, like, you're done, right? And here we are, and they're in their 80s.
Still doing it.
So it's not unreasonable to think that if you want, you have 30 plus years if you want it. So this kind of hyperbolic venting that goes on around you, I find really kind of creepy. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I've known children of famous people. Lisa Marie Presley was a close friend of mine, and there's other people I don't want to talk about, but Lisa in particular, you know, I helped Lisa at one point. She was recording, and she had an amazing voice. She had that Elvis kind of, I mean, that's like genetics, right? It's like, hello. And, you know, she had her father's good looks and all that stuff. And it was really, really hard for her to escape the shadow of Elvis, you know?
And the individuality.
Hello. I mean, it's Elvis. And she looked like Elvis. It's just, you know? So my point of saying this to you is I'm absolutely convinced that if your father, by the way, as a guitar player, your father casts a shadow on all of us. I remember being in my bedroom at 16 going, I can't play, I'm on fire.